He's wondering whether the downside could take it as low as 35,000 in the near term.
35,000 in the near term looks unlikely to me. Basically, Bank Nifty recently crossed a falling trend line from its October swing highs, but it could not sustain in the higher territory. It formed a dark cloud cover over there, and as a result, it witnessed a short-term setback. Nevertheless, it has fallen back towards the junction of its 40-hour exponential moving average and hourly lower Bollinger Band. Also, it has attempted to fill up a gap area that was created on the daily chart. The gap is not completely filled yet. The lower end of that gap is around 36,240. So that will be the crucial support where Bank Nifty can attract fresh buying support, and thereon it can start moving up again. So I think this dip should be used as a buying opportunity with stop loss placed below 37,200. And on the higher side, 38,000 and 38,300 will be the short-term targets to watch out for.
Right. This one is from Soumitra, and he wants to know about CAMS. He's saying that that particular counter has actually corrected quite significantly. He wants a technical as well as fundamental view on the company. But Sharmila, I'll take this one to you. CAMS, how does this look fundamentally? Soumitra, I believe, is already invested in this counter. So what should his strategy be from here on?
I think it's a good idea holding the stock. This for me would be one of those stocks where you need to be invested with a slightly longer term perspective. So I would request him to do that and stay invested.
Sharmila, this next one's for you. Bharatwaj is asking, and Bharatwaj is writing in from Madurai. He's asking about any sugar stock that he can invest in from the perspective of the next 5 to 10 years, considering that the ethanol story is still developing here in India.
So, from the ethanol perspective, the stock that I like is actually Praj Industries. So this will be the company that will provide the technology for this ethanol transformation. So, and they do other work as well. So I think it's a great idea to really invest in Praj more than really betting on a sugar stock.
So Mr. K.R. Balan, and he's listed a couple of stocks, but would request you to limit your answer to either one of them, Gaurav. He's asking whether he should look to buy MTAR Tech or IRCTC and Vardhman Textiles in the textile space for the next 6 to 12 months. Either one of them, MTAR, IRCTC or Vardhman Textiles. Which one can Mr. Balan look at investing at current market price?
ACC looks good to me. Basically, the stock has recently broken out from a falling trend line as well as from falling channel, and it has seen a good traction in the last few sessions, but in the last couple of sessions, it has moved back towards its crucial daily moving averages. So this, in fact, is a buying opportunity. The short-term momentum indicator is still in bullish mode. So the dip towards crucial daily moving averages at current level will be a buying opportunity with stop loss placed below 780 for the short term. And on the higher side, the stock can revisit its recent swing high, which is around 840, and beyond that, it can even stretch towards its weekly upper Bollinger Band, which is close to 900 levels. So the stock is giving a quite good opportunity to initiate a fresh long position.
Ram is writing in from Muscat, and Gaurav, he's looking at a couple of stocks. One is MCX and the second is GMM Fowler. I would encourage you to give us a view on any one of these two. He's talking about buying at the current levels for a period of at least 2 to 3 years.
Yeah, from that perspective, I think MCX is poised for a decent upside. The stock has recently climbed above its crucial daily moving averages and is in process of forming a base above them. However, it is yet to cross its crucial weekly moving averages. So around 1500, 1550 will be a crucial hurdle zone to watch out for. And once that 1550 level gets taken out on the upside, then the stock will be poised for a multi-month rise. And so the stock, so one can initiate fresh long position above 1550 and look for a target of around 1750 on the upside.
I have a lot of queries that are actually short-term queries. So let me take this one from Sagar, and he wants a fundamental view on Adani Group stocks. Yes, I believe he's already holding some of the Adani Group counters in his portfolio. But Sharmila, the way how the stocks have risen from the lows, I'm sure that it tends to make investors jittery. What next? Is there some more scope for rally from here on, or should we brace ourselves for some sort of a correction? Fundamentally, how do Adani Group stocks look to you? Do you think that if one is already invested, stay invested in this one?
Oh yes, absolutely. I do understand the concern as well, because some of these companies are highly leveraged, and as you said, they've gone up a lot in the last couple of years. So I think just going forward, to be on the safer side, I would look at companies where I'm sort of more confident that the business going ahead will be strong. So from that perspective, I like Adani Enterprises and Adani Ports within the basket. But yes, I think if you hold any other stock, it makes sense to stay invested for now, but to keep tracking them closely. But these are the two stocks that I have the greatest comfort.
We've got a question coming in from SBS Manian. He's writing in from Tiruvarur in Tamil Nadu. He's asking about KPIT Technology, which he says that he's holding 100 shares off. I do not know what level he's bought at, but he's wondering whether to hold for the next 2 years, Sharmila. What's the view?
Yes, absolutely. I think that what I've really observed over these last 4 or 5 years is that some of these mid-cap IT have in fact given us better return than the large IT. And I think KPIT is within the 3-4 stocks that I like in the mid-cap space. So if he's looking at it from a 2-year perspective, it's a definite hold from my side.
Right. This one is from Shanmuga Sundaram, and he's talking about AstraZeneca. He's saying that the stock has come down from the levels of 4,500 to around 2,500 rupees per share. He's saying now it's showing some sort of an improvement. So he's saying that he's already holding about 25 shares of AstraZeneca that he's purchased at 3,000 rupees per share. So Gaurav, he wants to know, can he go ahead and add some more of this stock currently?
Yeah, definitely. I think this is a good level to initiate fresh long position. As he rightly mentioned, the stock has already seen a significant correction, and it has also seen a nice base formation over last couple of weeks. And from there, it has already broken out on the upside. It has climbed above its short-term hurdles. The momentum indicators on daily as well as weekly time frame are indicating further upside. So definitely, one can add at current level and look for a target closer to 3,150, 3,200 on the upside.
Avenue Supermarts is the name of the counter, Gaurav. We've got Navjot who's asking about this. He's holding as many as 4 shares, which he bought at levels of 3,632, but he's wondering whether he can add more at these levels.
Yes, definitely. I think this stock has also seen a good base formation and is about to start a fresh move on the upside. Multiple time frames are showing bullish setups like daily, weekly, hourly time frames. So I think the Bollinger Band expansion is on the cards, which means that a trending move is on the cards, and one can initiate fresh long position at current level, and target on the higher side will be in the range of 4,500 to 4,600.
All right. This one was also for you, Gaurav, and this one is coming in from Harish from Bangalore, and he wants to ask about Devyani International. He wants to initiate fresh buy in this particular counter for a period of 1 year. So he wants to know technically on the charts, how does Devyani International look to you?
I think this stock can witness a short-term dip. It can fall back towards a level of around 165, 162. And at that level, the stock has a good support. So wait for a minor degree dip, wait for the levels closer to 165, 162. And at that level, one can initiate fresh long position. And on the higher side, the monthly Bollinger Band, monthly upper Bollinger Band, which is placed around 195 level, that will be the target to watch out for.
Questions coming in from Dubai. Vishal is writing in. Bharat Electronics is the name of the counter which he has acquired at levels of 211, Sharmila, and he's looking to buy more with a perspective of at least a year. Should he do this?
Yes, he can, but I would really recommend that he increases his horizon to more than a year and stay invested in these.
Ajay, and he wants to know when would be the right time to enter Radico Khaitan and Aarti Industries with a 3 to 6 month view. Either Radico Khaitan or Aarti Industries, Gaurav, which one do you think that Ajay can make the move for?
Yeah, I think Radico Khaitan is in process of forming a base for itself. That base formation can continue for a week or two, but nevertheless, this is an opportunity to accumulate the counter in the range of around 870 to 900. And once the base formation is complete, we can see a decent upside where the stock can move towards its 20-week moving average, which is placed around 1030. So definitely, I would suggest accumulating Radico Khaitan in the range of 870 to 900.
Okay, that's an incredible buy price. Arjun from Patiala is asking about Alkem Laboratories for the long term. He's defining this as 3 years, and he's asking Sharmila, should this be bought on the basis of fundamentals?
If I could have a quick look at it. Yes, I think you can go ahead. From a valuation perspective, it seems fine. I don't think it will go up in a hurry, but since he's a longer term investor, he can definitely look to either buy or stay.
Also is for you. This one is from Dhananjay, and he's asking about Anjani Portland Cement. He's already purchased some shares at 400 rupees per share. He wants to know whether he should average it or sell, but he has a view for the longer term. He wants a longer term view on this one. Do you track this one, Sharmila, by any chance, Anjani Portland Cement?
It seems to be at very decent valuation, so I think he can either average or continue to hold what he has.
West Coast Paper. This one's coming towards you as well, Sharmila. Ravi Shankar from Bengaluru is asking about this, and he's asking what the medium-term view of this counter would be.
I think good, because I've been reading a lot about how paper prices are moving. So there would have been a time when I would have thought that, since all of us are increasingly looking at electronic options, what is really the sort of prospect for paper going ahead. But what one reads is that paper prices are on a tear. So I think from a medium-term perspective, you can continue to hold.
Okay, this one is from Mr. Dasaradi, and he's asking whether he can buy APL Apollo Tubes at current market price, and if yes, so then what sort of a target that he should aim or keep in mind while investing in this one? What's your take, Gaurav? APL Apollo Tubes is the stock.
Yeah, I think this stock is showing a decent setup from medium-term perspective, but from short-term perspective, there is potential for a minor degree dip back to the levels of around 950, and at that level, the stock will provide a good buying opportunity. So wait for a dip towards 950 and then initiate a fresh long position. And in that case, the target on the higher side will be 1050.
Sharmila, Eros International, this is a counter that's lost quite a lot of ground over the last few years, in fact, I'm looking at it from 2018 levels. It's lost from 250. It's currently at 35.9. We've got a viewer, Hanumant Rao from Hyderabad, who's bought at levels of 101, and he's wondering whether to stay invested, to average at this price.
And an exit, and I think just completely change the sector and look at something else altogether. We spoke of mid-cap IT. I think that's a good play to be in, or I think just completely, I think it just exit the stock and look at another sector.
All right, this one that I have is from Sunita Rai, and she wants a short-term view on Nalco. She's already holding some shares of 129.5 rupees per share. How does this counter look to you on the charts? Gaurav, Nalco is the stock.
I think the stock can witness a short-term consolidation. So as of now, there is no setup to initiate a fresh long position. I would suggest wait and watch in this particular counter. Wait for the lower levels to come and then initiate fresh long position. So at this level, I would suggest wait and watch.
PI Industries is the name of the counter. We've got a viewer, Bikram, writing in from Ranchi, and he's bought 100 shares at levels of 2,998, and he's wondering whether it's time to add more at this level.
Hello, is it to me?
Yeah, Gaurav. PI Industries is the name of the counter. We've got a viewer, Bikram, who's bought at levels of 2,998. He's wondering whether to add more at this level.
Not at this level. I would suggest wait for a dip. The stock is showing negative divergence on the daily time frame, which means it is poised for a small correction back to the levels of 2,800. And 2,800 will be a very good level to initiate a long position. So wait for that dip and then initiate fresh long position at 2,800.
All right, just before I take the next query, let's just mark what is happening with the bank Nifty. It is actually recovered from the day's lowest points, over 300-point recovery from the day's low for the Nifty bank. Currently, it is in the positive territory, as you can see that's flashing on the bottom of your screen. Nevertheless, let's move on with the next query, and this one I have is from Sundaresan, and he wants a view on Brigade Enterprises, 1-year time horizon. He's asking whether he should invest in this one or should look at any other realty counter. Sharmila, I'll take this one to you. How does Brigade look to you if somebody even wants to invest it for a period of 1 year? Does it make sense, or should look at some other realty stock altogether?
See, the other realty stock that I like is Godrej Properties, but I think Brigade is also a very decent stock, and now their earnings are also showing improvement. So yes, I think you can buy this and stay invested in this for a year.
Okay. One more question and then we'll head to rapid fire. The question is on Tata Chemicals, and this one's for you, Sharmila. Prasant is asking about this. He's holding at levels of 530. He's wondering whether to book profits in Tata Chemicals and move to HDFC Bank.
I actually like both stocks, but I think you can stay invested in Tata Chemicals. Overall, I think chemicals is a play that I like, and within that, I think Tata Chemicals, even from current levels, should give about 10-15%.
And with that, let's kick start with the rapid fire. Gaurav, we are new to you, so new to the rapid fire segment. So basically, we will be throwing questions to you live on the stocks, and you will have to give the answers really quickly. Buy, sell, hold, or average is the take. The first one that I have is actually coming in from Akshay Bhandari. BEL on the charts. He's saying that it's given a breakout. Does it make sense to invest in this one, Gaurav?
That's right. I think the stock has indeed given a nice breakout and can continue to hold on to the long position and can even add at current level.
Okay, Sharmila, HDFC Limited bought at levels of 2762.75. The question is from Parth Arora from Delhi. Should he hold or sell?
I think completely hold both HDFC and HDFC Bank.
Okay, Shiva Bharat wants to enter DVs for the long term. What sort of a target price can he look at, and what's the entry price as well, Gaurav?
For DV's Lab, yeah, I think the current level is good to initiate a fresh long position. The stock has seen a decent base formation near its crucial daily moving averages, so definitely a buy at this level.
Okay, MRF bought at levels of 72,000. He's got 4 shares. This is from Yash. Sharmila, should he continue holding?
Yes, absolutely.
Okay, Anil is saying that he has 1,000 shares of Delta Corp purchased at 333 rupees per share. Should he hold, sell? The time horizon is just 1 month, Gaurav.
So I think he should sell. The stock is showing a negative divergence and the daily momentum indicator has given a bearish crossover. So I think sell.
Okay, Gopinath wants to know about a fresh entry into Ruchi Soya. I just want to point out, Gopinath, that on the fundamentals, Sharmila said don't get in, and on the technicals, Gaurav said it's a good buy price right now. The question is on Paytm for the long term. Mr. Anand Sharma from Kolkata is asking, can he average? He's got IPO allocation. Sharmila?
No, I am okay.
All right, this one is IndusInd Bank. Kumar has 200 shares of this counter. 991 is the buy price. His view is for 1 month. Should he hold or sell? What's your take, Gaurav?
Definitely he should hold on to the counter. The stock is poised for further upside. So good traction is expected in the coming sessions. So definitely hold.
Unfortunately, we're completely out of time. Thank you so much, Gaurav, as well as Sharmila, for joining us and for taking all the queries that you did answer today. Always a pleasure, and a pleasure speaking with you as well, Gaurav. Now, to all those of you who've missed out getting your queries answered, unfortunately, we only have so much time. But thank you so much for joining in nonetheless and for sending us your query. We will attempt to take as many as possible tomorrow. Do stay tuned. We've got more on the other side of this very short break.